What's up, guys? Let's talk about the massive ring card show this Saturday, 31st of January. Ring card 6, so it's the ring card 6. It's going to be absolutely amazing. You've got Teofimo Lopez defending his WBO and Ring Magazine light welterweight titles against Shakur Stevenson. Before I go over that fight and give you my breakdown of how I see it going, let's talk about the undercard, because really no one's really speaking about the undercard itself and what a great undercard it's going to be. Madison Square Garden. I'm really looking forward to it. So let's just go over the undercard and see, what fights there are on there. And, it's going to be an absolutely amazing event, I feel, because the card itself is written, it's just going to be outstanding. I can't wait. I'm really looking forward to it. So opening the card, you've got Zayed Alamouf, who's got a record of 1-7, lost 0, 1 KO and 1 draw. He'll be facing off against Kevin Castillo, who's got a record of 1-5, lost 2, 0 KOs and 1 draw. How do I see this fight going itself? I think it's going to be an interesting matchup. Alamouf is, Almayouf has been doing really well under the, under Turkey's banner, really. He's been fighting on the Turkey shows. He was fighting on the Riyadh season. Now he's fighting on the ring card. So he has been one of them that they've, he's from Saudi Arabia. And, he's being used a lot for these shows. And I do think he's very talented. Trains with Buddy McGirt as his trainer. So yeah, I think he's very good, and I'm really looking forward to seeing how he opens this card and how well he does. Plus, an opening card to be facing off in such a massive event with the Teofimo Lopez and Shakur Stevenson showdown. It's a great achievement for him, really, to be on an American card like this. Next up, then, we've got Jarrell Big Baby Miller, who's got a record of 126, lost 1, 22 KOs, facing off against Kingsley Ibe, who's got a record of 116, lost 2, 14 KOs and 1 draw. Really looking forward to seeing Big Baby Miller back. He was meant to fight Fabio Wardley, and then he had to pull out of that fight when Fabio Wardley ended up facing Justice Hooney then at, that time when they were meant to fight each other. But genuinely, I'm really looking forward to seeing how Big Baby Miller comes back. And, Jarrell Miller is very exciting to watch, and he's never in a dull fight, does throw a lot of punches, and he's a big unit. And I'm looking forward to seeing how he does in this fight, and I think it's going to be a good matchup, and I'm really looking forward to it. Genuinely, I'm one of them. I want to see how he does and works his way back up to these, to getting a title shot, really, because he feels like he's been in the game for quite some time, and it'll be good to see, even in the fight with the Andy Ruiz fight. I mean, it was a very close fight, so he's never in a dull fight, and that one loss he has had to Daniel Dubois. But yeah, even in that fight, he was in the fight, so I'm really looking forward to seeing how he does, and what he actually produces in the fight. But yeah, looking forward to seeing Big Baby Miller back. And next up, you've got Carlos Adames defending his WBC middleweight title against Austin Williams. So Carlos Adames has a record of 124, lost 1, 18 KOs. Austin Amo Williams has a record of 119, 1 loss, 13 KOs. His one loss was to Hamza Shiraz. How do I see this fight going? Carlos Adames is very tough as they come. Even in the Hamza Shiraz fight that he had, again, a lot of people felt that Hamza Shiraz lost that fight, but he got a draw against Hamza Shiraz. But genuinely, I feel Carlos Adames is one of them. He's got the experience to wind down his opponents, come forward, let his hands go, put that that educated pressure, and just. He's one of them. You give him his best, he's just going to keep coming forward, and he is exciting to watch. So I'm really looking forward to seeing how he does against someone like Amo Williams. Now, with Amo Williams, Austin Amo Williams is getting a title shot. Yes, he's going to be up for it. He's going to be game for it. They're also fighting in America, so obviously that's going to have its own, spur him on to, winning it on home soil. But I'm looking forward to seeing how he actually does in this fight. And let's see, because even after he lost to Hamza Shiraz, but he has had a few good wins after that. Yes, okay, we're going to say about the world level, it's a different level now that he's going to be going on to world title honours and fighting for a world title. But I'm looking forward to seeing how he actually does and how he actually produces the goods. And can he pull off an upset? We shall see. But if I'm going to go with someone, I feel Carlos Adames will be, a bit too much for Austin Ammo Williams. And I do hope Austin Williams does it. But we shall see. Next up after that, we've got Bruce Carrington, who's got a record of 116, lost 0, 9 KOs, facing off against Carlos Castro, who's got a record of 130, lost 3, 14 KOs. This will be for the WBC World Featherweight Championship. So, yes, it's the vacant title. They'll be facing off for that. Bruce Carrington is so exciting to watch. He can do it all. He can box. He can keep it on the outside, keep his range going. And he's an exceptional talent. I'm really, really looking forward to seeing how he does. And I really do hope that Bruce Carrington gets this win under his belt and becomes a world champion, because he is very, very exciting. And I'm really impressed with Bruce Carrington. The thing with Bruce Carrington as well is he's one of them. He's educated with how he puts his pressure again, comes forward. But when he's hurt you, he makes sure that he closes the show, and that's one thing I like. He can let his hands go, and he's good on his back foot as well. So Carlos Castro's going to come in there, be in the fight as well, because he's tough as they come. But I feel Bruce Carrington will have a bit too much for Carlos Castro and become the new WBC World Featherweight Champion. Let's hope so. Then we've got the co-main event. So the co-main event, you got Keyshawn Davis, who's got a record of 113, lost 0, 9 KOs, facing off against Jermaine Ortiz, who's got a record of 120, lost 2, 10 KOs and 1 draw. Okay, so Keyshawn Davis is making his debut at light welterweight. Now, at light welterweight, he's going for Jermaine Ortiz. Jermaine Ortiz is as tough as they come. He lost to Teofimo Lopez and he lost to Lomachenko. But in those fights, he was in those fights as well. So credit to him. He's tough as they come. And I'm really, really split on this fight. I do like Keyshawn Davis, and I think Keyshawn Davis will pull it off. But I also can't write off Jermaine Ortiz, because for me, Jermaine Ortiz is one of them. When he's up for a fight, he's very good. He's got a point to prove. Think about it. He was meant to be fighting Richardson Hitchens, but it didn't look like it happened. And for whatever, contract negotiations didn't go well or anything like that. And then suddenly he gets a shot at, he gets told Keyshawn Davis is moving in division and you're going to fight him. So he's going to be well up for this fight. And plus, it's the co-main event as well. So he knows that all eyes will be on him before the main event. And I think it's going to be a very, very interesting clash of styles. But I do feel Keyshawn Davis is very special, and I although I think it will be Jermaine Ortiz that will be in the fight, I feel Keyshawn Davis can use that lateral movement, keep it on the outside, box, and use his rhythm and his movement, use his range, his reach, and I feel like it will be an interesting fight from his aspect. But I feel Keyshawn Davis will have a bit too much for him. But I am also saying that Jermaine Ortiz will be in the fight, but I don't know if he'll win. But I am picking Keyshawn Davis. Finally, we got the main event. The main event, you got Teofimo Lopez, got a record of 122, lost 1, 13 KOs, defending his WBO and Ring Magazine light welterweight titles or super lightweight titles against Shakur Stevenson, who's got a record of 124, lost 0, 11 KOs. So, how do I see this main event going? I think this main event is going to be very interesting. Genuinely, it's a 50-50 matchup, because one thing with Shakur Stevenson is he's one of them, defensively very sound. He showed in the Williams Zepeda fight he had to change his game plan. People were saying that the Tom and Jerry thing, that he runs around and he doesn't really engage. But Williams Zepeda fight, he showed that I can stay in the pocket, I can trade with you, I can outgun you, I can do all these things that you can do, but you're not going to be able to land on me. Although Williams Zepeda did land a lot of shots, Shakur Stevenson was in the fight and defensively just beating him up. Basically, he was dominating the fight. With Teofimo Lopez, one thing with Teofimo is one of them sort of fighters. If he's up for the fight, then he's a very, very dangerous fighter. And it's all about when he's up for a fight. Example I'll give you, when he fought Vasily Lomachenko, he was up for that fight. And, and he was winning the rounds after that. First 5 rounds, you could say, oh my God, Lomachenko's doing really well. But then he started picking it up. Richard Comey, it's the same thing. When he has to prove something, then he's very, very good. And then obviously moving to light welterweight or super lightweight, and then facing off against Josh Taylor. Josh Taylor vacated all the other titles apart from the WBO. And what happens? Teofimo had to prove a point and goes in there and gives him an absolute clinic of a boxing lesson. So for me, it's one of them, which Teofimo turns up. If the Teofimo turns up, that's going to be up for this fight and very game in it, and really, really wants to give it a go and prove that, Shakur, you shouldn't even be in this division because you're really a lightweight. You shouldn't be in this weight class. Then I think that Teofimo is going to give Shakur problems. But I don't know. For me, personally, I feel I'm not writing off Teofimo because I think he's brilliant. He's amazing. But I feel Shakur Stevenson's got... Although Teofimo Lopez can do it as well, I feel Shakur's a lot more tighter and more slick with his defense, if you know what I mean. Like, he can be defensive and counter you off the pop shot. So I feel like although Teofimo will be bringing the action and trying to counter him with shots, I feel there will be in stages where Shakur will be landing shots at will, like landing the uppercuts. Because even in the Barbosa fight, Arnold Barbosa was still landing a few shots on Teofimo. Although, Teofimo did really well and dominated the fight, he was getting, hit with shots. The only thing I feel with this is this weight class, Shakur Stevenson's making his debut and he's challenging Teofimo Lopez and daring to be great. He'll be a 4-weight world champion if he wins this. So you can't knock him for that. That's the only thing I really feel. You've not fought in this weight division. It could be an issue. But I feel Shakur's got a bit more to him. I don't know. That's what I feel. I feel defensively he's going to have a bit more to him than Teofimo. And again, I weigh it up. Teofimo, when he's dedicated and he's really on it, then he's a dangerous opponent, and for anyone, dangerous boxer for anyone he faces, he can give him nightmares. But I just feel Teofimo facing off against someone like Shakur, I think I will go with I feel like Shakur will have a bit too much for him. That's what I feel. But although again, it can be, you could wake up the next day and think, wait a minute, it's a 50-50 fight. But yeah, I'm going to stick with my guns, and I feel Shakur Stevenson will have a bit too much for him. Although, again, someone like Teofimo Lopez, you can't write off. He could come in and absolutely do a masterclass. We just don't know, but it's going to be an amazing event, and I'm really, really looking forward to it. Let me know what your thoughts are on this big, massive ring card show. Let me know what your thoughts are. Let me know how you think it's going. And yeah, remember to subscribe to my YouTube channel, comment down below, hit the notification button, hit the like button. Triple B Boxing TV. Thank you.